What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It is actually December 31st, so it's New Year's Eve. So I guess happy early New Year to you guys, and thank you so much for 300 subscribers. It's actually gone really crazy. I think like literally 4 days ago we were at 200, or 3 days ago or something like that. So growth has been amazing, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I think that momentum going into 2024 has been phenomenal, and I couldn't have asked for a better December. You know, we have hit our goals. We have grown exponentially on Twitter. We have grown exponentially on YouTube, and it's actually going basically according to plan. Obviously, when I started posting these, I didn't have any idea that it would kind of get the responses that it did, and it's grown, you know, so I'm really happy with that, and I'm looking forward to taking this bigger into 2023, or I guess 2024. So I'm looking forward to taking this in 2024, do some really cool new things with you guys. I know after this, you know, this series is done, where I'm doing the 0 to 1 mil, it's not going to end there. We're going to keep documenting building our CBD company, but I have another really cool series that we're going to drop eventually, so it's going to be really neat. And yeah, so everything's been going amazing. Today, basically, I think it's like, I want to say 5 o'clock right now. I just kind of spent the day cleaning up around the house, getting everything ready for I guess, just normal stuff. I just cleaned up, I worked out, and I'm going to run out to the store pretty soon. I have to go grab a couple of things because I have some friends coming over for barbecue before we end up doing something tonight. So it should be an overall good day. For CBD, it's obviously Sunday right now, so it's not really like we can do too much. Of course, we're putting our TikToks out, and yeah, so the focus of this video, after I get back from the store, I'm going to be talking more about how to actually begin building your e-com store, because I understand that a lot of people want to get started in 2024. So what I want to do in this video, and it's been requested, is talk about how I would start a store if I were doing it all over again, right? So that's what I want to do in this episode. I want to talk more about you guys and your businesses and how to grow those, rather than my CBD company, where there's not much to talk about today. So I'll obviously relate a lot of things that I've done with the CBD company back to why you should do these things within your own stores, but that's the main focus of today's episode. So I'm going to get into that in just a few minutes after I get back from the store. So I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, so I actually just went out to the store, grabbed a couple things for tonight when friends come over, and I also got myself a little New Year's Eve gift. So I got the Davidoff cigar. I told you guys in the other video, these are one of my favorites, so got that. But all right, so basically, I wanted to talk about how you can start your e-com business and be successful essentially in 2024, just like some pointers and things that I would do if I were starting right now. So of course, the main Shopify that I would use, the main thing that I would use to start is Shopify.com. You can just go sign up. It's pretty cheap. There's usually a 14-day free trial. That's what I would use to set up my store. And then in order to find a product, what you would look for is a niche. And a niche is basically a category of people that are interested in one thing. So whether that niche is people that have pets and people are really into their pets, or it's people that have, or their moms that just had babies. So these are little niches that you want to pick out, but the main thing that you want to think about when you're picking these niches is how passionate these people are about whatever it is that you're trying to sell them, right? So let's just use pets as an example. I have a dog. I'm super passionate about my dog. My dog ran away before, and I was super like all over the place. I didn't know what to do. I was looking for him everywhere. So I remember a couple of years back, actually there was a really winning product, and it was a dog GPS tracker basically. So it just went on their collar and it helped you track your dog if they ran away. And so that product worked so well because why? It was to a passionate niche for pet owners, and people care about their pets a lot, of course, but it solved the problem for them of not being able to find their pet if it ran away. So make sure you find a niche that people are passionate about, and then when you're looking for a problem to solve, or when you're looking for a product, make sure that product solves a problem that so many people in that niche have or are worried about having, right? So you want to make sure that if you're selling to moms, you want to make sure it's solving one of their biggest issues with, you know, having a newborn child, right? So do your research on the problems that your demographic experiences first before you pick your product, because that's going to make product research a whole lot easier. If you're just thinking about it in terms of what's a problem, because you can do a lot of research on problems that these niches have, and then you can go ahead and solve their problem finding a product on AliExpress.com. So you could just go to AliExpress and you could go ahead and solve their problem. For CBD, for example, it's a perfect example of this. What we did was we thought about what are the biggest problems people have. Sleep. Sometimes I have biggest problem with sleep, right? Pain. People have joint pain. Anxiety is a massive one, right? So what's a product that can solve that and can go ahead and be, towards a niche group of people? Okay, CBD, there we go. So that's how we went ahead and did that. And that's why we picked this niche, so, and all these problems, and we picked CBD as our product, right? So give me 1 sec, let me make this follow me around. So basically, when you're selecting a product, you need to make sure that product solves a problem for many people. If it doesn't, it's not going to sell. If it's not in a passionate group of people, it's not going to sell, at least not for long, because it's too trendy, right? So you need to make sure that your product solves a problem to a passionate group of people. That's key. So yeah, those are the two things that I would focus on. Of course, when you're starting your store, use Shopify.com to set it up. Find a niche group of people that are passionate about their niche. Find a problem within that niche to solve, and then pick a product based on that, right? The two main platforms I would use for advertising, Facebook and TikTok. Facebook has been around since forever, right? It's been around for a while, but I've been using it since 2017, and it's, of course, people have come in and said TikTok's better now, Snapchat was better. What's another one? There's other platforms too, right? So people, of course, say, okay, like Facebook's dead or dying. The fact is that Facebook's remained king, and it's the most consistent platform to advertise on if you're looking to advertise for a product, right? So I always recommend having omni-channel marketing, which just means being on multiple platforms. So start on TikTok, start on Facebook, and then expand from there. Or, start on one of them and expand from there. So you could choose Facebook or TikTok. Those are the two dominant ones right now, and start your marketing there, right? Another thing that you can do if you're on a minimal budget, which a lot of people are, is exactly what I'm doing with CBD, right? So what I'm doing is I'm creating a bunch of videos that I'm posting 3 times a day on our accounts to get organic views on our product. And that just basically allows us to have a bunch of visitors come to our website for free and gives us an opportunity to sell those people on a product, right? So now you have no advertising cost. All you have is the cost of your time to create the videos. So that's also another option, right? Even for us with paid marketing, we have paid marketing as well. But just having organic marketing helps a lot as well. It helps build your store's image, your store's presence, everything like that. So great options right there. So that's how I would market my store. And of course, in your marketing, make sure that you're demonstrating the fact that your product solves the problem that you said it solves, right? So make sure that in your marketing, you're talking about the problem that it solves and how it solves it, right? That's very important. Of course, these are like the basic things that you should know going into 2024 if you're looking to start a store. So I think I covered pretty much everything just to give you guys the platform to start it. Obviously, this wasn't a very technical video about how to start your store or anything like that, but I gave you Shopify. Make sure you go on Shopify. Easy thing to use. Buy the Shrine theme. Shrine is great. It has quantity breaks already installed. It has a bunch of great things for your conversion rate, which is obviously very important as well. And then after you have that, then you can go ahead and find the niche that you want to sell to and find a product that solves a problem within that niche. Once you find those things, then you can go ahead and either start organic marketing with TikTok, or you can go ahead and start paid advertising with Facebook or TikTok. Once you have success on either of those channels, expand into Snapchat, test it, test Google, test all of these things, because of course, even if they're slightly profitable and they're bringing you some extra revenue, some revenue is better than no revenue, right? So make sure that you test these different platforms, of course. And yeah, that's basically how you would get started, how I would get started with e-commerce if I were starting now. Identify a problem, I would identify a group of people, I would build out my store, make sure that it has quantity breaks installed, make sure that it has high conversion rate. And of course, I forgot about this one. Customer support is vital. And I talked about this in my last video because it maintains a relationship with your customers and your merchant processor. So of course, customer support is extremely important, right? If you're gonna have an e-com store, you can go to fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and just search for email support VA. Start with just emails. After you have orders coming in, you could probably handle it at first by yourself, but start with a VA as soon as you probably hit 10 to 15 orders a day. Very important. Really cheap. You can get them for like $4 an hour, or you could do it email by email basis. It's obviously up to you how you want to price your VAs, but that's very important. Those are all things that I would do. And yeah, so I hope that was useful for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and finish smoking my cigar. I'll add in some cool clips of that, but that's how I would start if I were doing e-com from now with nothing all the way up until let's just say 2025, right? I would go ahead and keep rinse and repeating these things, and it's very important for you to know that it's not going to work on the first one. Maybe if it does, it's not going to work on your second one or third one. You're not going to hit 100% of the time. As you get better and better and better, you're going to hit more often, but at first don't be discouraged by failing, because again, all that you're losing is your time, especially if you're doing organic marketing, right? Just recognize that your business will pay you like a business if you treat it like one, and if you treat it like a side hustle, well, it's going to pay you like a side hustle, right? So that's another thing that I wanted to touch on as well. Is I had, of course, my old company, Reabilify, I guess just literally a couple days old, but we've had a lot of calls with people that wanted to start e-commerce, but rather than them treating it like a business, which it is, there's billion-dollar companies built off the back of e-commerce, right? And instead of that, they think it's a quick passive income side business. And I'm just going to tell you right now, that's not what e-commerce is, and it's not a quick business to start. You have to go ahead and actually dig deep into your niche, understand your customer, understand the problem, and then come up with a product to solve that problem. That's how you start e-commerce properly if you want to have actual true success, not like all these other gurus are telling you where you can just sell a phone case and make millions of dollars. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. So it takes work, it takes effort, but in the end, it does pay dividends. So that's exactly what I would do, and the mindset I would go into it with. So yeah, all right, I hope that was useful. I'm gonna finish up this now, smoke my cigar, enjoy my night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, so right now I'm getting ready to have some friends over. We're gonna go downstairs, barbecue, chill out, talk business. I don't know, whatever we're gonna talk about, but we're just gonna hang out probably until like 12 or something, and then obviously it's New Year's, so I am gonna end the video here. I hope that you guys found some value out of this one. Specifically, it was more tailored to giving you value rather than my CBD, because today all I had to do was post 3 videos. We have no revenue today because we are fully capped out, meaning we can't do any more transactions until tomorrow, which is when our sales will pick back up again. Then we're waiting until Tuesday to hear back about the cap increase, and that's basically the latest with CBD. We also did get our product reapproved on TikTok Shop, so that's great. We're gonna pick back up the momentum there, start to go heavy with the affiliates there, and build out our Discord and whatnot for that. So pretty pumped, but yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again for 300 subscribers. I'm super excited to keep seeing this channel grow. So best of luck to you guys this new year, and hopefully you guys found some value out of this. Comment if you have any questions. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Thanks again. See ya.